The teaching at Vedantu was amazing. One aspect where Vedantu teaching differed from a normal offline coaching was the attention teachers gave to our doubts. No matter how many times we asked a doubt, the teachers would patiently clear the doubt every single time, and they made learning a very fantastic experience for us.
Hey, hi everyone, how are you all? And we are at the last day of sprint where we are going to cover today coordinate geometry. It's a very easy topic, by the way. But by the way, if you don't know me, I'm Jimmy Ahuja and I've been teaching here for the last 4 years, and we are going to start coordinate geometry. This is the last part, and by the way, we have already taken a few more sessions. If you have not watched this, remember that we have already covered. So this is linear equation we started with, we ended at quadratic. Then we moved to triangles. I took arithmetic in the last session, yesterday itself, and today we are going to take up coordinate geometry. So, hey Iqbal, hi Soumya, hi Shraddha, how are you all? Hi Muskan. So we are going to start now coordinate geometry. I'll teach you the basic concepts, distance formula, section formula and area, and we'll solve the problems. We have already said that we're going to take a few problems only. It's a sprint, of course, that's why. And hey Chirag, so that you actually can get, and your exam, if it has not happened, it must go well, correct, and might help you. I'm just hoping that if your exam has not been done so far, it helps you in the examination, this thing. Okay, so hi Sanvi. So let's start with the but before that, if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe it, and in case you have not shared it with your friends still, please share it so that all others can also take the benefit from it, correct? Hi Ankur. So let's start. I'm going to take up distance formula. I'm going to derive this formula because it's a very easy formula and then we'll move to the problems based on distance formula. Fine. And trust me, it's if I arrange in the ascending order of the easiest, like the easiest one is probability, then is AP, coordinate geometry will be the next one. It's a very easy chapter. Okay, so let's start with coordinate geometry distance formula. So it says that if I have to find, try to understand this thing. If I tell you, if I give you a graph, okay, and if I give you 2 points, say it's 2, 0, and this is say 6, 0, you can easily find the distance between the points AB. There is nothing much to think about here. The reason is pretty simple, because it's just 4 units apart, correct? Because it's 2, 0, so the next is 3, 4 and 5. So basically 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 units and 4 units. So it's 4 units distance apart. It's very easy to calculate. Similarly, if I give you a point here and a point here, and if I ask you, say it's 1, I'm so sorry. It's 0, 1 and it's 0, 7. You can again find the distance very easily because this length is 6. But the problem arises, listen to this, the problem arises when I give you 2 points which are lying in some coordinate. It does not matter in which quadrant it lies. I'm so sorry I used the word coordinate. It does not matter in which quadrant it lies, first, second, third or fourth. I'm just telling you this, that the distance between the 2 points you cannot find directly by saying that this is 5. Like if I say this is 2, 0, say, and if I say this is 6, 0, this will not be 4, correct? And or this will not be 6. It has to be something else. But think in this way. Think in this way, okay? I just know. I'm giving you a very simple analogy. You will be able to appreciate this. I'm saying this is 2, 0, and this is 5, 0. I'm saying this is 0, 1 and this is 0, 5. Can we now find, notice how I can find actually. See this point so 0, 5 is this point, okay? This is the point which is 0, 5 and this is the point which is 2, 0. This is 2, 0. So basically this point is 2, 1. Correct? I hope you understand the points. This is 2 comma 1. This point will be 5 comma 1 and this point will be 5 comma 5. Yes, correct. Now think of this. Now just think of it. You say this length will be 3 units, correct? You people are now confident, I hope so, because just now you answered the problem that I asked before. If this is 3 units, this is 4 units. Now you can say this should be 5 units. Correct? Yes, Iqbal. Yes, Soumya, you both are correct. Absolutely correct. Muskan, you are also correct. This should be 5 units because this is 3 and this is 4. How you found out? You used Pythagoras to find this length. Correct? So if you just now did what? You just subtracted them, found the distance of this and found the distance of this. If I do the same thing again, but this time I say this point is x1. So the x coordinate I'm writing. I'm not worried about the y coordinate because it's 0 obviously. And this is x2. If this is y1 and this is y2, basically this distance is x2 minus x1. And this distance is y2 minus y1. What you just did, you squared 3 square plus 4 square. Root over of it was the distance between these 2 points. So the distance between the 2 points AB will be what? It will be y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1 whole square added. Because I am using Pythagoras theorem. And if I root over it, I'll actually get the distance AB. Is it okay? I hope you all got it. Is it clear now that AB is basically root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Correct? This is what we call distance formula because it finds the distance between 2 given points, and trust me, this formula is valid for all types of points. It does not matter that one point is in quadrant 1, the other point is quadrant 3. It does not change. It remains the same. The formula applies still. Okay, it's a very general formula. So if you have understood this, let's move to the next one and solve a problem. I have already taken a very simple problem, so I'm not going to take a very simple on it because we are revising kind of stuff. So we will just take up a little bit typical problem. Okay, so let's start. You have to find the distance between the points R and S, where R and S are this. So you just have to do one thing. And this is marking what is x1, what is x2, what is y1 and y2 correctly. So I'll say x1 is a plus b while y1 is a minus b. I'm just decoding this as x1 and this as y1. Simple. Now I'll write x2 is equals to a minus b and y2 is minus a minus b. The only problem that I have found among the students is that they do not see the signs specifically and they miss out the signs. So whenever you're writing the points, please look out that all the signs are exactly correct and matched. Otherwise you will get a wrong answer, of course. So if I have to find the distance between RS, it should be the root over of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Correct? Now if I have to do this, basically I have to do this. So x2 minus x1, if I do, I'm actually doing a minus b. Look out, the sign is what is important, and I'm telling you again and again, there is this point where you make mistake. So please don't do it. Minus, you're writing x1, but it is a minus, so the signs will flip, so it will be minus a minus b. Fine. The next is y2 minus y1, now whole square obviously. So minus a minus b minus of this, so I'm writing it with a negative sign, so all the signs will start to flip. This will be minus a plus b. Okay, what is happening? Yeah, correct. So whole square. Okay, now a and a will cancel out and you're left with minus 2b. Whole square of it is 4b square. I'm just eating one step again. I'm not hungry that much today, but still I'm eating it. Okay, so now you see minus b plus b will cancel it. You are stuck with minus minus a, which is minus 2a. Whole square is 4a square. And you get a root over it. Here is a very simple approach to get this thing a little bit into a smaller expression. You take 4 common. Basically you are taking 4 common and there is a root over it. So when you take common and there is a root over it, you bring out the term outside. So root over 4 becomes 2, and inside you get root over a square plus b square, which is left out, and that is the answer. And Shivam, you made a mistake. A square plus b square is not a plus b. It's a plus b whole square, root is a plus b. But it is a square plus b square. If it would have been a 2ab extra, it would have been a plus b. Okay, don't make this mistake. Correct? Hi Naresh. So we are moving ahead. So this was a problem which requires a little bit of attention or concentration when you are writing the science. Except all, it's a very easy problem. All distance formula based problems are easy. Okay, let's take up the next one. So the answer is already written. Okay, let's take up the second question. All of you, I'm giving you the time to read the problem first before I start solving it. Okay, so please all of you read the problem, because it's a very important problem and there is a very small thing which you may miss. If there are 2 points, these are the 2 vertices of an equilateral triangle. Understand, this is now crucial, that it's written that it contains the origin. So basically when I'm given 2 points, I can construct an equilateral triangle in 2 ways. One is upside up like this, one is down. Now when I do this, I actually have to see the triangle is this or that which contains the origin, because I do not want the third vertex of that triangle which is not containing the origin. So you have to look out for a triangle which has origin inside it. Now if this is important, what you have to do is first plot the points correctly and then you apply your brain. Small part only. So it says there are 2 points, 3, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So this is the point 3, 2. And then there is a point minus 3, 2. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So this will be this point minus 3, 2. Now I have got 2 points and I have to find an equilateral triangle which contains the origin. Now since the origin is here, I cannot form a triangle which is upside. It has to be a downside. So I will actually make a triangle like this. I'm not sure where it will cut. I'm not worried about it. Okay. So at this point what you have to do, you have to make a third vertex assumption that it should be here, because the triangle has to contain the origin inside it. This is where the origin is. Correct? So if you have to find this point inside the triangle, you cannot form a triangle going up like this, because then the origin will not be inside the triangle. Yes? And if it is correct, you are interested to find this point. Now here is a very important thing. There are 2 ways to do this. The first one is, you consider that the point is x, y, and you find the point vertex, this coordinates, okay, x and y. But if you notice that I actually have a situation in which this line is a y-axis. So I actually can reduce my step very fast. I can make it very small because the point lies on y-axis. It has to lie on y-axis. The core reason behind it is the concept that an equilateral triangle, the altitude is also the perpendicular bisector, is also the bisector. It's also the median. Correct? See, in an equilateral triangle, all the altitudes are also the bisectors of the other side. So basically they are median also. This is what you have to remember. Now if you remember this, if you are given that this is 3 units apart from this side, 3 units apart from this side, so what should be the center point? It should be 0 point, like this point which is on the y-axis, because 3 units apart, distance formula I'm applying. But I'm not telling anyone I'm applying distance formula. So this has to be the equal part. So basically this line is the altitude, y-axis is the altitude, correct? Y-axis is the altitude. So if y-axis is the altitude, this means this x coordinate will be 0. So I will not take a point in which x is the point. I will not take a point in which x is one of the point. I will actually take it 0. Now as soon as I take it 0, I'll have a point this, consider this is A, B and C. I only have to find the y coordinate, which is easier to find because now I have the distance known. Can you now quickly tell me what is the distance AB is equals to? I'm looking at the charts now. Just find that. This is 3, this is 3. Correct? No, Soumya. See, this distance is 3 units. This is also 3 units. 3 units and 3 units. So total distance between AB will be what? If you even apply the formula x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 whole square and solve, it will be 6. How you are saying 9? If I say that this is 3 units, if this is 3 units, the total will be 6 or 9. I don't know why you are saying 9. Chirag, now you are correct. So this will be 6 units. So AB will be 6 units. Now you know it's an equilateral triangle. So in an equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal. Correct? So if all the sides are equal, then AB is equals to AC. Yes? So AB is equals to AC. Now I can actually say that AC is also 6 units. But what is AC? AC is root over, I am applying distance formula now. See, I didn't use distance formula for so long. I was only going by the geometry rules and what I can deduce from this picture. Now I am applying AC. Look out this. I am using x2 minus x1. So 3 minus 0 whole square. 3 minus 0 whole square plus 2 minus y whole square is equals to 6. Yes, I hope you understand now. So if you understood this, what is 3 square? 9. 2 minus y whole square. So it will be 4 plus y square minus 4y. Correct? I hope everything is okay. Now you notice one thing. I'm also trying to remove this under root sign. As soon as I do this, I'll actually get a 6 square, which is 36. So I have got rid of this under root and I have got 36. Okay, I hope you understand. Now you have to simplify only. So it will be y square, okay, minus, it will be 4y. So 9 plus 4 is 13. This will come here. So 36 minus 13, I think so I have to do. Is it 23? Oh, have I done something missing here? I should not have opened this actually. I should have compressed this and should not have opened it. It will take more time to simplify this. So I will not do this because it will be very difficult. I will use quadratic formula, which I don't want to use. So I'm trying to reduce the number of steps more. See how I'm going to do this. I'm going to write it 9 plus 2 minus y whole square equals to 36. I'm not going to open this up because as soon as I open this, I get a quadratic, which will require quadratic formula to be applied. So I'm going to compress the steps. What I will do here is this. This will be 27. Now I will take the root over of this because I want to get rid of this whole square here. So what I will do now, so I'm erasing this part, beta. What I will do now is this. I will write 2 minus y is equals to root over 27, which is 3 root 3. So basically 2 minus y is 3 root 3 plus minus. This is important because it's a root. So it takes a plus minus sign. You will miss it and you will miss this point. Okay. Now you have to move this. So y will be equal to 2 plus minus 3 root 3. So can you tell me which point should I take? Should I write the final answer? So should I write the final answer as 2 minus 3 root 3 or should I write the final answer as 2 plus 3 root 3? Here I want to see how you judge this. I'm still waiting. What it should be? 2 plus 3 root 3 or 2 minus 3 root 3? Chirag, absolutely correct. Very good. It should be 2 minus 3 root 3 because 2 minus 3 root 3 is a negative number. And you want a negative y because you have said that when you take a triangle like this, then only origin will be inside the triangle. So this means that this point y should be a negative point because it is below the origin. So it will be 2 minus 3 root 3. 2 plus 3 root 3 on the other hand will give you a triangle which will be going up. And I have said specifically in the starting that it should contain the origin. So the third vertex should be below the origin. Correct? I hope you all understood it. It was a very good question. I hope so you enjoyed it. So on distance formula, it is one of the best questions so far. Correct? Plus is not Utsav. You don't take plus. If you take plus, you'll go upside the triangle. Fine? Great. See, it was easy. Correct? Let's move to the next one. The diagram is there. Okay? just to verify it. Okay, now I am telling you section formula, the second type of formula in coordinate geometry. Now this is a very easy formula because there is no external division happening in your case. In your syllabus, it's internal division only. What I mean to say is the point will be inside or between the two connecting points. Okay, so in section formula what we do is this. There is no proof I'm doing for this because generally it's not asked also, and it takes another level of time, and we are solving problems, correct? Understand that if I have to find, so section formula states that the point which divides a line segment, the problem is the point which divides a line segment in some ratio, then you can find the point coordinate using this formula. So what you have to do is this. You consider that the point P is this, consider that its point is x comma y, and suppose it divides in the ratio m1 is to m2. Then you can write, the approach is crisscross, okay? So the point P x coordinate is given by this value multiplied to this side and this value multiplied to this side. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this: m1 times x2 plus m2 times x1 upon sum of the ratios m1 plus m2. Fine. Y is very similar. It's like the easiest one. If you know x, you do not need to remember y. You can create it from this situation. Only thing is to replace all x by y. All x by y. Keep the suffix same also, no issues. And you will get this. Did you get? I hope it is now easy to understand. And what I am doing is this. I am writing x equals to this and y is equals to this. This is giving me the point P, which actually is dividing this AB line segment. Okay, I should write the line point A and B. The AB line segment in the ratio m1 is to m2. Okay, fine. This is what we are going to apply now in the next problem. This is what we call section formula also. Okay, so let's apply section formula in this problem. So it says that, all of you read the problem, it says that the coordinates of the point which divides the line segment, so they have given the points A and B, and the ratio they have given. This is a very easy kind of problem. We are just applying, that's why. The next problem will be different. So let us try to apply it. So it says that there are 2 points, and the points are A, what are the points? 6, 3 and B minus 4, 5. And the ratio of the division which is happening is 3:2. Pretty simple. So the ratio is 3:2. This is what point P is doing. And they have asked me to find x and y coordinates of this point P x, y. Okay. So let us start now. So let's start. So x is what? The point, the easy process, crisscross, easy. Take this value, multiply it to this x coordinate. So 3 times minus 4. Then you write plus. Since it is an internal division, in external division we write here minus. That's the only difference. I'm not teaching you external division. Someone said it's given in NCERT, but it is not being in the syllabus of NCERT. They have given it just for extra. Now 2 multiplied by 6. So you take this value of ratio and you multiply it with this value, divide by the sum of these values. So 3 plus 2. Easy to apply. You will get minus 12 plus 12 divided by 5, which is 0 and nothing else. Because minus 12 plus 12 is 0. Fine. Now you do the similar approach you apply for y. So y is equals to, let us apply it again. It's the easiest problem, by the way. Okay. So you take the same value of the ratio, but this time you multiply it with the y part or the y coordinate. Okay. So you get 3 times 5. So you get 3 times 5 plus 2 times 3 by sum of these two values. So this will be 15 plus 6 divided by 5. Have I done something wrong? No, no. 21 by 5. If I have done something calculation wrong, please let me know. Correct, Soumya. Absolutely correct. So why is this? So the point is, always remember, you have to put the final answer in the point P format. You people leave in x and y, which are the parts of point or the coordinates. So you have to write specifically p with the brackets. So Soumya wrote it properly actually. So it is 0, 21/5 and it's done. Fun. Sir, x4 hoga. Okay, minus 12 plus 12 is 0. How you say x will be 4? Educational skills. First of all, get your name out proper, man. I don't want to talk to nouns which are not names, are actually something else. Fine. So it's see, it's simple. You will get 0, okay? Because 3 times minus 4 and 2 times 6 is same, both are minus 12 and plus 12. How will you get 4? Correct. No issues. Okay. So it's correct, 0, 21/5. The answer says also. Let's move to the next one. Now this is a good question. You know the process now, correct? I take up concept, I teach you the next one simple problem, the next one is a typical problem. Because first problem is for everyone to understand what the formula or the concept is. The second one is the good application of it. This is one of the good application of it. Okay? And these are the problems which are asked in your exam. These are the kinds of problems which are asked in your exam. The previous one was just for 1 mark or 2 mark. This is the actual 3 or 4 marks problem. Okay? So let us try to solve this one. Read it. So there is a point P which divides the line segment joining 2 points A and B in the ratio k is to 1. Now k is missing. But this time there are 3 variations of this problem, and please listen to it because I cannot complete 3 in the same time frame. Variation number 1. There will be a line or the point will lie on the x-axis. Listen to it now, please, all of you now. Calm down. Do not type on your mobile phone or on your keyboard. Just calm down. So variation 1, there is a point P which lies on the x-axis. If it lies on the x-axis, you have to put y coordinate 0. So if I'm telling you the whole crux of these variations of this problem, there are only 3 variations of this problem and I'm telling you all in one problem. So listen with what thing I'm telling you now. If point P lies on part 1, if it lies on x-axis, I'm giving you the rules, the algorithm, the formula. If it lies on x-axis, put y coordinate equal to 0. So you will use the same formula, but this time you will put y coordinate equal to 0 and you will solve for k. Rule number 1, or the case number 1. Case number 2. If this happens that the point P lies on y-axis, if the point lies on y-axis, its x part should be 0. Correct? So put x coordinate equals to 0 and solve for k. You are solving for k because you are solving for the ratio which is missing, and solve for k. Third, what you are doing in the last part is the point lies on a given line. So they give you an equation of a line now. So point P lies on a given line. A point lies on a given line, ax plus by plus c equals to 0. They give you a line like this, ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Any line of this form, standard form, replace x and y by the value of the point and solve for k. All 3 problems getting demolished in one single problem, and this is the core what I have written so far. There are no other variations in your book except these 3. Fine. So if this is all true, then this has to be the third case. Correct? I have taken the toughest case actually. Now you first have to find the point P coordinates x and y in terms of k. So basically what you are doing is simple. You are actually trying to find the value of x and y in terms of k. For that you use section formula. So why we use section formula? The question is why you use section formula? Because you want to find the value of x and y in terms of the ratio k is to 1. What is the next step? We will put this x and y in place of this equation and we will solve for k. Simple. Let's start. So the ratio is k is to 1. So what will be x? I have to write a actually, minus 1 comma 3, and b also 9 comma 8. Let's start now. So x will be k times 9, so 9k, 1 times minus 1. Now I'm eating steps because I've taught you the easiest problem, correct? I'm at the liberty of having some lesser number of steps. Yes? Fine. 9k minus 1, sum of the coordinates. Please write it down somewhere if you have a notebook right now, because I'm going to erase this, and don't ask me to repeat. Please write it down somewhere. Y is equals to, this will be k times 8, so 8k plus 1 times 3 upon k plus 1. These are the two values of x and y, which now I have found in terms of k, The next step is pretty simple. The next step is using my case number 3. So my case number 3 is, the line is being given to me and it's being said that this point actually lies on the line, this line. So what I'm going to do here is take this equation and replace the value of x and y by the values that I have just found, which is 9k minus 1 by k plus 1 minus 8k plus 3. I wish I have not made any silly calculation mistake. If I have done, I'm so sorry. I'm telling you the easiest way of solving it now. No, I do not play PUBG. I'm so sorry. So now what you have to do is this. Shift this 2 to the other side. It's easy because now you see k plus 1 is the common denominator. So I will actually do this. Now please pay attention. Here students make mistake. They write plus 3, which is wrong. I have seen many copies and they do this. So please, if you are writing minus, please replace this plus by minus. And then since you have taken this whole k plus 1 here, shifting it to the other side is very easy. Okay, so what you will get basically is this. 9k minus 8k is k, minus 1 minus 3 is 4. I am shifting this to the other side. Remember, it is minus 2, so it is minus 2k minus 2. I sounded weird. So I bring this here, it will be plus 3k equals to 2. So k is 2 by 3. Now you have just said that the ratio was k is to 1. So if the ratio was k is to 1, it was 2 by 3 is to 1 or 2 is to 3. That's the final answer. I hope everyone has understood now. I request that it's better not to. Oh, is it Sanvi? No issues. I hope everyone has understood this now. If there is any confusion, please ask. Otherwise, I'll move to the next question. Harshi, I do the last step. I actually put this value of x and y, okay, in the equation because they said that this equation, this point actually lies on that line. So it should satisfy. This is what we have done in linear equation, correct? If a point lies on the line, it will satisfy its equation. So you can replace the x coordinate by this value of x coordinate, the y part with this value of the y part. I just put it. I saw that plus 2 was here. I removed it to the right hand, moved it to the right hand. It became minus 2 beta. Now I took the LCM, k plus 1 was common. Now I found that the same thing can be copied down, but important thing was this was minus. So I need to change all signs. And then I need to multiply this denominator to the other side, and this gave me k plus 1 minus 2 times of this. I simplified for k. Is it okay? Yeah, the ratio part is pretty simple. What I did was this, 2 by 3 is to 1. So I know ratios, if you multiply by the same value to both sides, the ratios are same. So you multiply by 3 both sides. Basically this will cancel out and 1 into 3 will become 3. Is it okay now? I hope Harshi you got it. Krishna, I will take the area just after this question. Okay, great. So let me move to the next one. The answer is also correct. Now area of triangles, and then I will apply them I will tell you a parallelogram how you can do it. Okay, easy. Let's understand the area. Now I'm teaching you a method to solve area problems and try to understand it. Okay. It's a very easy approach, but people don't see it in books of class 10th. It's in 11th, that's why maybe. So the formula is simple. if I have to find the area of a triangle whose coordinates are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. Now in case of triangle, it's a very sorted life. The reason is because you can start with any point and you move in any order, it will always be cyclic because there are only 3 points connecting. With 4 points, it's difficult. The formula I'm going to tell you is valid for n number of points. It does not change actually. It's not for triangle only, it is valid for all types of polygons. But we are sticking to triangles itself. So I hope you understand when I say all types of polygons. It can go to any number of sides of polygons and it will still work. The formula is pretty simple. You write half. You write like this. What we do here is this. We say that x1, we can start with any point. So I'm starting with x1 itself. We write x1, y1. We write x2, y2. x3, y3. And the point you start with, the rule, listen to this rule, please. Don't take a misconception. The point that you start with, you have to end with the same point. In this formula, the point you start with, you have to end with the same point. So if I have started with x2, y2, I would have written x2, y2 back again. So I'll write x1, y1 back again. Now consider this rule again. Going down is considered as positive, going up is negative. I'm completing the loop. Do you remember when I taught you cross multiplication method in linear equation? I told you the same thing. Going down is positive, going up is negative. So if it is true, going down is positive, going down is positive, and going down is positive. How will you write it? Is this way, beta. Half. You are going down, so x1 times y2. You will write plus, going down is positive, x2 times y3, plus going down is positive, so x3, y1. Now going up is negative, but what if I take negative common? So let's write negative, and you're going up. So going up, and going up. So basically you're writing this minus x2, y1 minus x3, y2 minus x1, y3, and you're packing it. Now we will not remember this way, we will actually remember it this way. You will actually remember it this way. x1, y2 plus x2, y3 plus x3, y1. Now what you will remember is this, that you will take minus and you will write all this thing with a positive inside the bracket. Indirectly you are taking minus common and nothing else. So you will get x2, y1 x3, y2 plus x1, y3, and this will complete the question. Remember the problem, one more thing is, when you are using this way, you can end up with a negative area, which is not possible in real life. This only happens because of the way you are actually calculating it, counterclockwise or clockwise. So it can come negative or positive. So you put a modulus sign. A modulus sign gives you a positive value outside it. So this value, even if you put minus 5, it will give you 5. So it outputs a positive value. So after calculation and simplification, if you get a positive value, pretty simple, it's okay. If you do not get a positive value, it's negative, then you get a positive because you have put a mod function. More about it in class 11th. Okay, fine. So quadrilateral Sarvanan is very simple. If you are given a quadrilateral and you are asked to find the area, someone asked me to find the area of parallelogram. Area of parallelogram is, by the way, very simple. Parallelogram has a property that one diagonal divides the parallelogram into two equal areas. So if you find one area, double it, you will find the whole parallelogram area. But if you do not have a parallelogram, but you have a quadrilateral of triangle using this formula, and then you add the two triangle area. But remember, use the mod function such that the area is positive before you add them. But I told you that this formula actually works for even any number of any polygon. So you think I missed in this content? I'll tell you that. Okay, that is the only part that I missed, I think so. Let's do this question first. Let's read the problem first. So it says the area of a triangle is given. Fine, happy. Two of its vertices are given. Okay. Third vertex is given, but its one coordinate is missing. Oh, which is y. You have to find the value or values of y. Why two values? Let's see y. And this is where all this thing should pop up. What all I have said so far should be understandable now. Let's start with the first thing. Okay, Sarunan is asking me what is centroid. It's the intersection of all medians. Okay, let's start. The area of a triangle is 5 square units. So area of a triangle is given to you. Okay, I know the formula is half. All the vertices are given. Let's write the vertices. It's 2, 1, 3, -2, 7 by 2, y. I hope you remember, you can start with any vertex, you can end at any vertex, but you have to repeat the first vertex again. So it is 2, 1. But the area is given to be 5. Remember, whatever I am solving is inside a mod function. We'll solve it later. Now let us try to find it. Going down and going down. Correct. So what I will get is half. So I can do one thing, beta. I can take this half and shift it to other side. It will become 10 there, because I don't want to write it again and again. So I basically will have 2 into -2. I hope you all understand this point now. 2 into -2 is -4. Plus, I always have to put plus because I'm going down. 3 into y is 3y. And 7 by 2 into 1 is 7 by 2. I hope you remember what I have told you just now. That you will put a minus and then you put a bracket. All the things inside will come with a positive sign. And now I'm going up. Like this. Okay. So let's start. What shall we get? 3 into 1 is 3. I will put a plus sign. 7 by 2 into -2 is very important. It's written 7 by 2 times -2. So basically 2 and 2 will cancel. I'll get a -7. Correct? So I will get a -7. See, I have to put a plus. I have put already a minus, balanced it. But this minus is coming because of this multiplication. So I have to write it -7. Okay? This is important. Then you put a plus again. Then you write 2 times 5, which is 2y. Happy? I hope you have understood this far. Whatever you solve this should be equal to 10, because I have just now said that this whole thing, I have shifted this 2 from this side to the other side. 5 2 times is 10. And this whole thing is a mod function. Okay, now let us try to simplify this. So if I do -4 plus 7 by 2, so basically it is -8 plus 7 by 2, which is -1 by 2 plus 3y. So if I solve this, this is -4, because 3 minus 7 is -4. There is a minus outside it, so it will become +4. Minus plus 2y will become -2y equals to 10. Again, this thing is inside a mod. This is important, that this is inside a mod still. Now 3y minus 2y will give me y. Minus half plus 4 will give me 4 minus half, which is 7 by 2. Mod is 10. Now all of you calm down and listen to this. When you will solve this, you will actually solve for directly and you will get an answer, which is not correct, because you will miss one value. Which value? See, I do not know whether I solve this, I will get a negative value or a positive value. I can actually get this value as -10 or +10. In both the cases, since it is a mod function, it will always give me a positive value. Correct? So what I have to do is this. I actually have to take this thing equals to -10 as well as equals to 10, because inside I do not know whether it will be a negative value or a positive value. So I will actually put y plus 7 by 2 as -10 or y plus 7 by 2 as +10. Now solving both of them will give me y equals to -10 minus 7 by 2, which is -27 by 2 if I'm not wrong, and y equals to 13 by 2. I hope everyone got it. Correct, Shivam? 13 by 2, Soumya, you're correct. Very good, Shivam, you're absolutely correct. So Niranjan, distance formula proof you should do, section formula proof, although you should do, but they have not asked it, so you can skip. But still, if you have time, please do it. I suggest that do it because it's based on similarity. Great. I hope you understood this question. This is the only problem in area which is confusing. After this, everything is like simple, okay? Like, obviously you will find something tricky here or there, but still you can apply the same concept. This is where this extra concept pops up, which you are not aware generally. Correct? Great. So I told you that I have to tell you one more thing. Oh, there is one more thing. Oh, this is regarding not this question, by the way. I do not have a new page, so I'm teaching you here only. There is an important thing that you remember about collinearity. If you have to prove that the 3 points are collinear, then there are two ways. 3 points are collinear, then either the sum of two sides will come equal to the third side, so you will use distance formula, which you should avoid at any point, at all cost. Rather than you should say that the area of the triangle ABC, if I calculate using the same formula that I have just told you, the area should be 0. So if it is said that the points are collinear, do one thing. Find the area of the triangle and equate it to 0 and solve for whatever they are saying to you. Okay? Whatever they are saying you to do that, because area will be 0 because there is no triangle which can be formed when the points are collinear. Sorted? I hope you got it. This was the only thing which I have skipped in the content, but I just now remembered it, so I just told you. Okay, this was the last sprint day also. It completes everything, and I'm just telling you that please download the learning app of Vedantu so that you get all the PDFs, videos, and all the links to all the other documents like notes and this session notes, etc. Correct? And if in case you have liked this video, please like it. Press the like button. If you have not, press the dislike button. Share it even if you like or not like, and subscribe the channel, because even if I'm not that good, the channel has Neha ma'am herself, correct? So please do subscribe it. Great. This was the last end session of sprint. We are ending it here. It was nice teaching you all. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please give me a comment, a feedback in the comment box, what I missed basically and what I should do to improve myself. Thanks a lot for that, and all the best for your exam. Okay, please do good in it, and whenever you get the marks, please tell the marks in the comment box so that we will be happy to see your marks. Correct? Bye to all of you. We'll see you in the next session. Bye.